is the second level, it's Junzi. The third level is called Jiren. Jiren means the one who receives wisdom. So this Jiren also, like all about these, you can read in Zhuangzi. He talked all about the whole seven consciousness and with the names also, but of course he didn't list it down. But he talked about the different consciousness and different levels of immortality. And also you can find this. If you read the Tao Te Ching, very like careful, even there you can find most of these things, but the most open of the seven consciousness is the fifth one, the Shengren in the Tao Te Ching. All the other ones are more hidden and like it's not very open. But the fifth one is very openly, because Lao Tzu compares this perfect consciousness person, like the fifth consciousness person, and he calls him even Shengren and compares him to the earth, to the nature, to the water. So many times inside the Tao Te Ching. So let's continue with the consciousnesses and the names in Chinese. So the third one was the Jiren, the person who receives wisdom. What kind of wisdom this person receives? This person receives the wisdom which you mostly can't find in books. Of course, it can be this person also receives wisdom which is already written down somewhere, but he also receives wisdom even if it's not written down, if it's necessary. So this means in the third consciousness, the third eye already starts to open, but it's not open. But it starts to open, and the third eye have two directions. One opening from outside to inside, and the one is opening from into the outside. And both ways must be open that you are perfect in a perfect consciousness level. So if it's only open from out to in, so means you can receive things, but you don't have the view. You can receive wisdom, you can receive knowledge, which is written down or is not written down, and you can talk about this and let people think, okay, what kind of idiot is this? Because you are talking about things what they can't find in books maybe. That's why maybe you are an idiot for them, but if you continue, and this is the very, very important point, the old masters say between holiness, like between holiness and craziness, there is a very, 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 very thin border. And one cannot become a holy person if this person have not already become crazy. So you must have become crazy in a certain way that you become a holy person. So, and this is the third consciousness, what I'm telling you about the Jiren, is the like on the one hand it is the consciousness, you know a lot of things, and this is very, very dangerous because of your knowledge you automatically you think you are higher than other people, and this is your trap. This is the trap which the demons and the highest demons play to us humans. Because the wisdom what you receive, it could be from immortals, it could be from Tianshi. In our language, Tianshi, we can call it angels, or it could be also from Mogui, Yaojing or Mogui. Mogui or Yaojing, these are different kinds of demons. So when you start to receive wisdom in the third consciousness, and your third eye started opening to the inside, at the very beginning stages of this consciousness, you can't understand, you can't know exactly, okay, from where this wisdom is coming from. Is it from an immortal? Is it from Tao itself? Is it from a mogui? A demon? You can't know it exactly. But in the higher levels of this third consciousness, because every consciousness has 7 levels within itself. Like I said, there are 7 consciousnesses. But every one of these consciousnesses itself has 7 evolutionary processes. So when you are in the third consciousness, and you are in the first, second and third levels of the third consciousness, you are not able to differ from where is the knowledge coming from. You are not able to differ angel knowledge from demon knowledge. But once you passed in this third, you are still in the third consciousness, but once you passed from the third level to the fourth level of the third consciousness, which altogether have 7 also. Once you pass to the fourth one, then you start to divide and to differ, and then you start to see, and then also the craziness slowly goes back. But in the first 3 levels, you can get crazy, you can get mad, you can also like think you are God, you can think you are a prophet, maybe you think you are immortal. So many people doing this today, right now. They think they are Jesus, they think they are somebody, they think they are like, they came back to this earth to save the humanity. Oh man, what kind of craziness? Because of this consciousness gives you so much wisdom, so much power, in fact, that also people around you believing in you even. This is also another trap, because the people believe in you, you think you are right. But what kind of idiot thinking is this? How can be? Because the people believe me, I should think I'm right. How can be? Maybe I should think even the people do not believe in me because of the things what I talk do not go into their heads. Maybe then I'm right. I should think this way is better than I think the other way. Because the knowledge of the immortals, if one immortal, look, like open speaking now, yeah? Open speaking, real speaking now. I don't have nothing. I don't have much wisdom. I just share things which I got from somewhere, and I'm just sharing it, okay? I don't say I know something, and that's why all what I speak, you should research, of course, yourself. But what I want to tell you is, if one immortal would come here, show himself right now here, and tell me one thing, even I, with all these theoretical like knowledge what I'm speaking right now to you, he could say something and I would say, are you an idiot? Because this wisdom, this knowledge, if the immortal speaks from his consciousness, my mind is not able to take it. And the mind of 99% of the humanity is not able to take it. That's the why if 99% of the people would say this is wrong, I would think about maybe this is really a higher level wisdom. Do you get the point? Do you get what I want to explain to you? Not because the people believe you are right, Maybe if the people start not believing you, means maybe you do evolutionary steps that they can't see anymore, then maybe you are on the right path. So going back to this consciousness, if one person doesn't get stuck on the traps in this consciousness, because this consciousness, first of all, that you know it, this consciousness, the third one, Jiren, people to go through this consciousness takes 7 to 12, maybe to 15 years to pass these tests, to pass these like traps which are waiting for us over there. Don't you think that you within a couple of weeks you can pass this? No, this is the lowest time, the most less time which one person can pass this consciousness is 7 years. The lowest and the most less time. The fastest way is 7 years. 7 years, and you did 7 years, everything you did right. 7 years, everything you did right, every test you did like the best, then you pass on to the next consciousness, which is called Xianren. Xianren, this is truly the holy person. And this person, compare to this person who has the closest knowledge and wisdom of the immortals, the most near knowledge, compared to his wisdom, all the levels before are nothing, and you knew nothing before. Now you think about the rest. Xianren means holy person, or like Xian is also a respected like word. Xianren. We can say in our language holy person, but it's not an immortal. And Xianren, what the Xianren has is very sure wisdom, very sure. Like when he says something, you can say 99% it's true wisdom. Because this person do not talk from his ego anymore, and do not talk from the books anymore. Through the whole third consciousness time, 7 to 12 years, maybe 20 years, maybe 15 years, he received wisdom which other people would never know in their whole lifetime. And through this time he differed and worked with this wisdom until it was secured. And because it's secured, it's called the Xianren, and a very sure person. This person, what kind of skill has this person? The first skill, of course, is his wisdom. This is his first skill. This person can't walk over water or something like that. But if it has to be, even this is possible for this person. But the most characteristic skill is his wisdom. To this person you can tell anything, you can talk anything, and this person can tell you the truth about the way to Tao. And doesn't matter with what kind of question you come to him and what kind of craziness, he can let you know the way. If you can understand it is another question, but he can tell you, and nobody on earth, apart of immortals of course, nobody, no power of this earth can stop this person. Because he's very sure in his heart and in his mind. There is no way that you can stop him from his way. That's why these people are called the sure people. Because, why? Xianren. Xianren is one person who has no fear anymore. And it doesn't matter what you tell him to stop his way of cultivation, what you do to him, everything what you do to him will give him more power, even to go his way. And this is the Xianren, the fourth consciousness. So being here and going through the 7 levels of this fourth consciousness, one can reach the level of Shuren, and this is the perfect consciousness. So this is the sure consciousness, this is the perfect consciousness. Because here the person has not perfect acceptance to his surroundings, but the fifth consciousness person is also called the perfect holy. You know, the fourth consciousness is called the holy person, but the fifth one is called the perfect holy. Because he has perfect trust into Tao. He has perfect trust into now. Because now it's Tao. Everything what happening right now, it is Tao. Tao wish and Tao will. If Tao do not will and wish, this will not happen. And this person who lived the fifth consciousness, the Shenren, who has full trust into this truth, and in every situation he can show this also. He can bring it and manifest it, that he trusts. And this is the point. The sixth is called Shenxian or Shenren. Shenren. Yeah, not the same with Xianren. Xian is Xian and Shen is Shen, comes from spirit, and this called spirit man. And this, in this level, the sixth level, you become an immortal. Not before. Even the fifth level, it's perfect consciousness, but it's not an immortal. So about the skills of an immortal, I don't need to talk. It's like God on earth. Of course, we believe in Zhengyi Taoism. We believe there is only Tao, and with Tao wish everything is happening. So that's why we don't believe in many gods. We don't believe that the gods, like in Taoism, they are called immortals, but some people call them gods. So we don't believe in Zhengyi Taoism. In Quanzhen Taoism, it's different. There, they also call them God. But in Zhengyi Taoism, we don't call them God, we call them immortals. And we believe that these immortals manifest fully, with full power, and can wish something and it happens. But we also believe that this, what is happening, is through the power of Tao. It's not their own creative, like created power. Of course, creative, that these people are creative, but it's not their own limited, like, how to say, apart from the whole one Tao. But they are one with the one. That's why we believe that these people who are living the sixth consciousness, like the Shenxian or the Shenren, they have not only the view and the look through the things, they also have the power through the things. They can say, become, and it becomes. this is the power what they have. And when I say what they have, doesn't mean that they own this power. They just use the power. Like in the Star Wars, something like this, the Force. It is not the Force what they take out of the pocket. It is the Force and the power of Tao, of the one eternal whole consciousness. And it is the knowledge and the wisdom and the power and the will of this one consciousness. There are 10 immortals and all of them are one. This is the Shenxian and Shenren. And the seventh one, the highest, Qing, like in the Sun Qing. One of them is Lao Tzu. Sun Qing means the pure ones, pure, totally pure. And Zhenren, Zhenren means true human, true human. So when we are born, we are also human, but maybe we live as animals or more worse than animals. But once you are in this consciousness, then you reach and achieved the purpose of your human being on this earth. Then you are a true human. And then the immortals will call you Zhenren, true human. So these are the 7 consciousnesses, just that we know about what kind of consciousnesses one person or one human can have, and from what kind of consciousness we can go through within one lifetime. If Tao wants us to. So, when we come back to the 5th consciousness and the opening of the 3rd eye, I said it has to do with the whole mindset. It is not a trick or a secret wisdom or something like that. It is a whole changes of a mindset of a person and a whole way of view, new way of view that this person has, which separates him, or not separates him, but which makes him to the Shengren, what he is, compared to the Mengren, what he is, which makes him perfect because he is in perfect consciousness, compared to the Mengren, to the dreaming person who is of the consciousness of money. The only thing in this world for this Mengren is, how can I get more money? How can I get more power on this world? How can I get? This is everything. Even if you say, how can I get a spiritual master? How can I get a true human? How can I get an immortal? All these has nothing to do with cultivation. Millions of people are like this and think they are on the right way and think, yeah, because I want to become immortal, I want to become immortal. They even go to masters and even they come to me and ask, how can I get this? How can I get this level? This how can I proves that you are nothing else than living the first consciousness. Don't think you are somewhere here and think you are somewhere holy or you are on the way, or you are a person who cultivates himself, because a person who cultivates himself, A person who cultivates his consciousness, first step, he stops with the I. He stops to say, I want to. This is the first step you do. As long, doesn't matter what is the purpose, even you say, I want to become a true human. No, you don't. You don't want to become a true human, it's just only what your mouth speaking out. Because as long as you say, I want to, you are not. And this is, don't say it's difficult to understand, it is not difficult to understand, it's very simple. As long as you have the wish to say, like, I want to become this level, I want to become, as long as you have this very simple logic, as long you are not on the way, and you, as long this happens, so long you are just a dreaming person, that's it. And me, this includes me, and all like the people who think they are somewhere, also they are also included in this. I'm not talking only to you, I'm talking also to me. Okay, so again, the perfect acceptance of this Shunren is reached by a perfect view. How to reach this perfect view? Start with Wu Wei. What is Wu Wei? I talked about this just like maybe half an hour ago. I said that there are 3 circles of Wu Wei, and when we start with the first one, has to do with the ego, and that you act without your ego. But this is difficult, of course. But how can we make this for us more easy? Because most of the people even don't know what is ego. I know people who think they are holy, but never they were confronted with their ego even. Their ego took over everything of them and let them even think they are holy. We hope Tao protects us from these kind of happenings. We hope this, and we pray for this also. Because it can happen like this. It can happen right away that I start think I'm something somewhere. Even I'm just a dreaming man. Just a person that want to share with you all this theoretical wisdom and knowledge, and don't have a practical knowledge. I'm openly saying this to you. Like, it's all theory what I'm talking here. It's just theory. So, how to make it easy for us to don't act with our ego? This is the first point and first step. So, Wu Wei is a very, very interesting teaching. It teaches you, first of all, Wu Wei without the wisdom of oneness, you can forget it. You can also reach levels if you have this, but you can't reach these, you can't go through these consciousnesses, what I'm talking about, if you don't have the knowledge of the One. The knowledge of the One and the unlimited One. Without borders, without limitations. So having this wisdom of the One means, doesn't matter where you look at, you only see the One, and you only see the One's actions. If you are seeing only the only One's unlimited One Tao actions, then everything what you see, you are able to accept also. You are able to take. Look, I just tell you one thing. Like, let's say you go to some person giving a slap, smack him down because he did something bad, okay? So you did this. While you're doing this, of course, you accepted what you did, right? You accepted, that's why you did it. So there's nothing wrong with your action for yourself. But if one person comes to you and smacks you down, you don't accept it. Because this guy did it to you. Or let's say this guy do it to another guy. Maybe then even you don't accept the action, what's happening there. But once you do it yourself, you accept it. So the wisdom about the Tao and the oneness is the same. Once you understand that everything is one, everything you can see and you can't see maybe. Everything, your whole surrounding and the whole universe is one, means including you, means there is only one consciousness, which is also inside you and outside you. So means, in another way, in another like sentences, there is only you. You can't say there's only it. There's only Tao and here I am, because if you say this, there is only this one thing. That means you're excluding yourself from this one thing. But if you say there's only me, you're including everything, also yourself. So now if the person comes to you and hits you, then maybe you are able to show him the other side, because you are in a perfect consciousness that this is you and this is the one consciousness what's happening there. I'm not saying let people like beat your ass or something like that. I'm not saying this. I myself teach martial arts, and why I'm teaching this, it's my like lifetime job, because I also teach self-defense. I'm not saying people come to you, they want to beat you and let them beat you down. I'm not saying this, but I hope you get the point what I'm saying. If you are in a perfect consciousness, you would be able to act like this. This doesn't mean you will act like this. You understand? So the person who sees only Tao, who sees only the one being unlimited, who sees only himself, will accept every single action what is happening around him and what's happening to him. Now think about what kind of high consciousness is this? If you are able to accept everything just because of your view, just because you can see in every human being, you can see the love. In every human being, you can see the attributes of the one, unlimited. Because the one and the unlimited has unlimited attributes, unlimited actions. That's the why. Some people you can see the love, in some people you can see the hate, but you know that the love and the hate, both is coming from the one. This doesn't mean that you must act like this person who hates, because the person who does like this, he will close his karma for further evolve and like experiencing. But the one who loves, because it's the nature of love to grow. Because of love we are here today. It's the nature of love that two become one, and out of this come out another one, like the growth. But the hate, the nature of hate is killing or stopping growth. That's the way. Seeing and accepting this hater doesn't mean that you must become this hater. If you don't want to stop your way and stop your further growth of your consciousness. Of course, if you want to stay there, you can. Nobody say no. You have the free will, and this is what Tao gave us also, the free will. The whole nature is under our control right now. Okay? Not really, but you know what I mean. So we have the free will to do, just to see what kind of bullshit we are doing afterwards. The Tao lets us do these things with our free will, so later we never could say, we never will say, and we never can say that somebody else did this, because we had the free will to keep our nature clean, but we didn't. Yeah? So, like, I don't want to jump from topic to topic. So, the real skill of the perfect consciousness and of the human who reached this level and opened his third eye into both directions is to be able to see the one and to be able to accept the actions of the one. Once you reach this level, now comes the point, you will not trash talk again. You will not bad talk again. You will not talk about another person's behind his back bad again. Why? Because if you see here some action and you see this and you dislike this action, and then you go to your friends or whatever and then you talk about this person in a bad way, this proves that you are far away from being in this awareness that you see also within this person the truth. You are far away from seeing the one everywhere where you look. What you see is only the things which you dislike, which you disagree, and start talk with other people means no hope, my friend, no hope to open your third eye and to have the view. I don't know how important it's for you, but it is for us and for me so important. That's why I'm saying this point. Trash talk behind somebody's back proves that you are nowhere nowhere, not even close to the consciousness of these children. Because what you see is some failure. You see there and you think it's wrong what he do. This means you just said it is wrong what Tao does, what Tao wishes that this person does. Because I believe that no even one person on this planet, and not even one thing on this planet, not the nature, not nothing, can act if Tao doesn't want. If Tao is unlimited and one, then all is Tao. So if you come and say this is shit what he does, this is bad what he does, and what, all the wars, all the political situations, if you say this all bullshit, means you say the plan of Tao is bullshit. But again, saying this doesn't mean that you must act same like some people who kill other people. You don't need to act like this. And of course, as a person of moral and upright person, you can even stop this. On this point, seeing something not right and stopping it doesn't mean that you at this point can't see the truth. Just for upright person, of course you have your work to do and you have your way of life, of course, and you shouldn't stop this. Same like in the poisonous snake, you also can see Tao in it, but if you start play with it because you think it's Tao, then can be you are dead within a half an hour after this snake has bitten you. So knowing that everywhere is Tao consciousness and Tao wisdom and everything is Tao being, is an attribute of Tao. Knowing it, you also must know the powers of Tao which can appear from a snake deadly to you. Of course, the immortals, they can sit in fire, they can walk over water, they also can play with snakes, but we can't do this. We are not this level. We wish and we hope that Tao, in the eternal moment before time, had wished for us that we one day know Tao itself as Tao itself, and we know us self as a true human. We wish that Tao had wished this for us. Then maybe we also play with snakes. But right now, we just can wish and be upright. So think about the point of trash talk and bad talk. One person who does this, my friends, really, one person who does this, it doesn't matter what kind of circumstances, and even I do this every day, and this is so bad, this is so bad, this is so bad energy, you know. But doing this, we must be sure about ourselves, and we must be sure that we lying to ourselves if we say on the one side all is love, all is Tao consciousness, and on the other side we go to one person and talk bad about another person. Because doing this, we talk bad about Tao. We talk bad about Tao expression, because this person is an expression of Tao, is a manifestation of Tao. I hope you could get the point, even though my English is very, very, very poor. I hope you got the point of this talk, and I hope you don't stick on like words, but you try to reach the message of this talk. I wish you, your surroundings, your family, your friends, and to all who are close to you, the best understanding and the highest view a human can get on this planet.
Je suis